$40,000 fine. That's moving forward. And joining us now to talk about it, psychologist Judy Ho. Judy, welcome back. Judy, how can it be damaging for a little girl to be sexualized through some pageant?
Absolutely, Mike. You know, it's really concerning, especially with some of these shows where they're competing at the age of a toddler. You know, what we want for the children as they're that young is to establish a sense of unconditional love and support from their parents and the people around them, that it's really not about outcomes and competition, and that they're rewarded on effort. And there's a lot of research that shows that when children learn that the reward is based on effort, they achieve more later, they're more successful in life, whereas if they're always looking for the outcomes, whether they win or not, later on in life they actually take on less things that might be challenging to them, or less goals, because they always just want to kind of stay in that status quo where they can win, so they end up underachieving.
You know, again, as this debate goes on, and it's not a new one, but again, with what's going on in France, that cranks it up again. There are pageant moms that say, hey, this was great for my child, and here's Anna Berry talking about that. Let's listen, and Judy will get your take coming out.
I have a young girl who's 13, about to turn 14. Until she started competing in pageantry 4 years ago, she was so shy that she wouldn't even speak for herself in a restaurant. She wouldn't order her own food. Now, 4 years later, after beginning to compete in pageants, she's taken her passion for anti-bullying and sharing her own experiences, and she speaks nationwide. She's more confident than you'll find from girls who aren't exposed to a lot of those confidence-building activities like pageantry. It's the honey boo-boos of America that are really ruining what's a positive experience for other young ladies out there. There is another side to it.
Well, and Judy, you know, that's someone, and great for her daughter, but she starts at 14 and is doing well now at 18. We're not talking about starting at age 4 and walking around with the pointed boob from Madonna at age 5, right?
Absolutely, Mike. I mean, I think the most risky age to start these types of activities is really toddler to maybe school age. You know, so something between the ages of 3 to 4 until 12. You know, her daughter started at 13 to 14. That's when teenagers are really working on their identity, and I can hear that she really feels like her daughter built some really great skills. I do have a question about that, though, which is when she gets her first defeat, or if she starts to have a string of losses in these pageants, how is she going to deal with that? Because she now has this idea that there's this reinforcement for her winning these pageants. And so when she loses that, how can she deal with that? Does she have coping skills in place? When she loses, will she still feel great about herself? And that's my question.
Yeah, as you're talking there, we're seeing a picture of the French Vogue shots of the 10-year-old who's looking, I'm looking at some of the descriptions, sultry. You know, that's just creepy. That's not edgy.
Right.
A 10-year-old should not look sultry. And that's what we're talking about here, just the over-sexualization of young little girls. Judy, good talking to you as always. Thanks so much. You know, we're talking